Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the English Listening Podcast. I am so happy that you are here today. I hope you are feeling relaxed, comfortable, and ready to improve your English while listening to ideas that can make a real difference in your life. Today's episode is a little different because instead of talking about history, science, or culture, I want to share 7 simple but powerful pieces of advice that can help you grow as a person. These are not magic tricks or quick solutions. They are habits and ways of thinking that successful people often have in common. The good news is that anyone can start applying them, no matter their age, background, or current situation. Sometimes we think we need a huge opportunity to change our lives, but the truth is that small actions repeated every day often create the biggest results. One good decision today can become a better habit tomorrow, and that habit can completely change your future over time. I know that life is not always easy. We all face challenges, disappointments, and moments when we feel like giving up. However, I truly believe that every person has the ability to improve little by little. Progress is not about being perfect. It is about becoming a little better than you were yesterday. Throughout this episode, I will share 7 practical tips that have helped many people build better lives. Some of them may sound simple at first, but when you really apply them consistently, they can have an incredible impact. So, if you are looking for motivation, better habits, or simply a reminder that your future is still in your hands, this episode is for you. Let us get started with the first piece of advice. The first piece of advice is to learn a valuable skill. One of the best investments you can ever make is investing in yourself. The world is constantly changing, and people who develop useful skills often create more opportunities for themselves. You do not have to learn everything at once. Instead, choose one skill that interests you and has real value in today's world. For example, learning English can open doors to better jobs, international friendships, travel experiences, and access to information from all over the world. Other valuable skills include programming, graphic design, digital marketing, public speaking, sales, video editing, and many more. The important thing is not to follow what everyone else is doing, but to choose something that you genuinely enjoy and are willing to practice consistently. At first, progress may seem slow, and you may feel like you are not improving enough. That feeling is completely normal. Every expert was once a beginner who knew almost nothing. The difference is that they kept learning even when the results were not immediate. Remember that every hour you spend practicing is building something valuable that no one can take away from you. The second piece of advice is to be consistent, not just motivated. Motivation is wonderful, but it comes and goes. Some days you will feel excited, while other days you may not feel like doing anything at all. That is why discipline is much more powerful than motivation. Even if you only spend 1 hour a day working toward your goals, those hours will add up over weeks, months, and years. Small daily actions often produce extraordinary results over time. Success is usually not created by one big moment. It is created by hundreds of small decisions repeated again and again. Whenever you do not feel motivated, remind yourself why you started. Your future self will be grateful that you chose consistency instead of giving up. The third piece of advice is to take care of your health. It may sound obvious, but many people ignore their health while chasing success. The truth is that it is much harder to achieve your goals if you are always tired, stressed, or lacking energy. Try to get enough sleep every night, eat balanced meals, drink plenty of water, and include some physical activity in your routine. You do not have to become a professional athlete. Even a daily walk or a short workout can improve your mood, increase your energy, and help you think more clearly. Your body and your mind work together, so taking care of one also helps the other. Remember that your health is not something you should only value when you lose it. It is one of the greatest investments you can make for your future. The fourth piece of advice is to manage your money wisely. You do not need to be rich to build good financial habits. In fact, the best habits often start with small decisions. Try to spend less than you earn, avoid unnecessary debt whenever possible, and save or invest a small part of your income, even if it seems like a tiny amount. Over time, those small savings can grow into something much more significant. It is also a good idea to think carefully before making purchases. Ask yourself if you truly need something or if you simply want it in the moment. Learning to control your spending gives you more freedom and less financial stress in the future. Money cannot buy happiness, but using it responsibly can give you peace of mind and more opportunities. Building healthy financial habits today can make your life much easier tomorrow, allowing you to focus on your dreams instead of constantly worrying about money. The fifth piece of advice is to surround yourself with people who encourage you to grow. The people you spend the most time with have a bigger influence on your life than you may realize. Their attitudes, habits, and expectations can slowly shape the way you think and the choices you make. If you are surrounded by people who are always learning, working toward their goals, and supporting others, you will probably feel inspired to do the same. On the other hand, if the people around you constantly complain, make excuses, or discourage your dreams, it becomes much harder to stay positive and motivated. This does not mean you should stop caring about people who are struggling. It simply means you should protect your mindset and spend more time with those who help you become the best version of yourself. The sixth piece of advice is to never be afraid of making mistakes. Many people delay their dreams because they are waiting for the perfect moment or because they are afraid of failing. The truth is that mistakes are not the opposite of success. They are part of the journey toward success. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has made countless mistakes along the way. The difference is that they learned from those experiences instead of giving up. Every mistake teaches you something that success often cannot. It shows you what works, what does not, and how you can improve the next time. Instead of asking yourself, "What if I fail?" try asking, "What if I learn something valuable?" That small change in perspective can make a huge difference. Progress does not belong to people who are perfect. It belongs to people who are willing to keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward even when things do not go as planned. The seventh and final piece of advice is to never stop learning. I truly believe that learning is one of the few things that no one can ever take away from you. The more knowledge and experience you gain, the more opportunities you create for yourself. You do not have to spend hours studying every day to keep growing. Reading a few pages of a book, listening to a podcast while walking, watching an educational video, or taking an online course can make a real difference over time. The important thing is to stay curious and keep asking questions. Every new skill you learn and every new idea you discover becomes another tool that can help you in the future. You never know when something you learn today will become useful tomorrow. That is why I encourage you to see learning as a lifelong journey rather than something that only happens at school or university. As we come to the end of today's episode, I would like to leave you with one final thought. If there is one message I hope you remember, it is this: discipline will take you farther than talent, and continuous learning will keep you moving forward. Talent can give someone a good start, but discipline is what helps people continue when motivation disappears. Small daily actions may not seem important at first, but over time they can completely transform your life. You do not need to change everything overnight. Simply choose one habit, take one small step today, and keep going tomorrow. Little by little, those small steps become incredible progress. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Your support helps me reach more English learners around the world. Thank you for listening. Take care of yourself. Keep learning, keep growing, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.